It is outrageous. In a country which has its own deficit, has the nerve to be pointing fingers at a city,
Communities have already been hit by environmental injustices and climate change. And so right now we are taking that to look and see how can these communities take national leadership. The Climate Justice Alliance has put forth the Our Power campaign to highlight the voices of these local struggles.
Communities are not just on the front lines of these struggles, but we're actually the leaders in the solutions to these struggles.
It's an emergency. It's an emergency.
However you're transitioning something from the old into the new that is going to represent you and not exploit you, you're part of a just transition.
It's very important that we learn the responsibility of land ownership and how to acquire land. Right now, at any given moment, people are coming and taking land.
So if you're going to bring a development project into the community, you know, what are we getting from it? It has to be beneficial to us as well.
What do we need to contribute to the earth? How do we hold the earth as sacred? How is this also a healing space? How are we connecting to the environment? And how does that make families whole?
Yes, our Power Conference this weekend is just phenomenal. Youth from all around the world, all around the nation are pouring into Detroit and lending their thoughts, their strategies on what new economies look like. What is a transition from constant acquisition to sharing resources and pulling resources? What does that look like? How do we get there? And what does the transition look like?
We're building a toolkit so that people can see how easy it is to share resources with people in our families, in our communities, at our schools.
A lot of the things that we're working on right now is trying to find a way to shift our tribal economy from being like really heavily dependent on resource colonization. And one of the things that we're really focusing on is transitioning Navajo generating station to solar.
A thing called a can wall, and they're repurposing things like old used spray cans to build like a can wall. So in turn that could be like a piece of art.
Even though emergency management might not be doing what they're supposed to be doing, we're trying to ensure that everyone at least knows what to do, where to go, and like they're knowledgeable on their own. Going to the local public schools and kind of do disaster preparedness workshops with them. Something we're trying to just promote resilience across the community.
Chevron is one of our biggest problems. Obviously, time they have a really like nasty history of like kind of invading local politics.
You know, explodes, and when it does, we have to clear out all of our gardens and test our soil to make sure that we can actually grow food for the people again.
Reclaiming the ability to meet our own needs from communities and not from corporations, not from government, but from ourselves. And I guess that's what our power means to me as well. The ability to take power away from those who've abused it and got us into this mess.
Program to think you have so much that you differ, you know, because stereotypically someone's from some other place. Like we all want a better world to live in.
We slowly decomposing, getting knocked off the map. Arteries overflowing with oil, pumping poison into the soil. So there's death in the back of our toe. You putting our water right next to copper coils, making my blood boil.
Water power swallowing water bottles, don't bother with it. Politicians, politics, flowing like it's bottomless. Started it and finished it. Water needed to swim in it, more valuable than oil. Be careful, homie, you spilling it. Water power swallowing water bottles, don't bother with it. Politicians, politics, flowing like it's bottomless. Started it and finished it. Water needed to swim in it, more valuable than oil. Be careful, homie, you spilling it.
A couple of months ago, the water department notified the residents that they will be turning off the water of 130,000 residents across the city. In all actuality, they're talking about cutting off the water to half of the population of the city of Detroit.
Water has been taken from them to disrupt, to completely rip them from their families. Child Protective Services can come in and then take the children from the family. And that's why we have these young faces coming out and sharing the information.
What happened here today is just incredible. There was about 100 young people from all over the country that converged on Detroit
with so much love and so much desire to really want to be a part of making an impact in deterring the damage that's being done by water shutoffs. And they were able to take a dilapidated community center and breathe life back into it. It's been reinvigorated and really is a space where we're going to be able to bring in families and children and service them by providing the first people's water station. Through our power and what was so impressive about their commitment and dedication, they not only helped us clean up and fix up this center, but they actually helped us canvas. What you will do is help us get the word out. So that's equally as important as getting the water station up. It does no good to get a water station up and the community has no idea it's here. You are in a beloved community, you are a part of that beloved community, and you are what is going to change not only Detroit, not only Michigan, not only this country, but this world. People got back to the facility and came and wanted assistance and was seeking water before we could even get back from canvassing. Whose power is our power?
Be careful, homie, you spilling it.